Tonight, we'll journey together through the gentle whispers of Zen Buddhism, a timeless path to eternal calm, where each story guides you into deep, restful sleep and awakens you with a heart full of peace. Picture a misty forest at dawn, where ancient cedars rise like silent guardians, their branches cloaked in a soft, silvery fog that dances in the pale light of morning. The air is cool, scented with the sharp tang of cedar resin and the faint dampness of dew-kissed moss, each breath drawing you into the forest's quiet embrace. A soft breeze rustles the leaves, a whispering melody that reminds you of life's impermanence, how each moment, like the mist, arises and fades in its own time. Before you settle into a comfortable position, take a breath, and if it feels right for you, consider supporting this channel with a like and subscription. I'd love to know where you're listening from. Share in the comments below, connecting us across this vast, beautiful world. Now, let your body become heavy against whatever is supporting you. Take one deep breath with me now, and as you exhale, know that you've just taken the first step on a journey that's been waiting for you since the beginning of time. Imagine a weary traveler named Kale, his cloak threadbare from years of wandering ancient trails in search of peace, his heart heavy with the burdens of a restless mind, worries of the past, fears of the future, and a longing for a stillness he cannot name. One dawn, as the first light filters through the mist, Kale enters this cedar forest, the air thick with a quiet that feels alive, as if the trees themselves hold secrets of calm. His steps are slow, the crunch of moss beneath his boots, soft rhythm, but his thoughts race, tangled like the vines that cling to the cedars around him. Why can I not find peace? He whispers to the fog, his voice trembling with the weight of his search. From the shadows, a Zen monk named Sura emerges, her gray robes blending with the mist, her face serene as the dawn itself. She carries a small wooden staff, its tip tapping gently against the earth, her eyes meeting Kale's with a warmth that feels like sunlight breaking through clouds. "What weighs on your heart, traveler?" she asks, her voice soft as the rustling leaves. Kale hesitates, then replies, "My mind is a storm. I seek calm, but it eludes me." Sura smiles, pointing to the mist swirling around them. "Does the mist cling to its form?" she asks. Kyle watches the fog shift, its tendrils rising and dissolving in the morning light. "No," he murmurs, feeling a flicker of understanding. Sura hands him a small cedar sprig, its needles sharp yet fragrant, its scent grounding him in the moment. "Begin anew with each breath," she says, "and the path to calm will whisper its way to you." Kale holds the sprig, inhaling its aroma, his thoughts slowing as the forest's quiet wraps around him. They walk together, the mist parting with each step, and Kale's heart begins to soften, like dew settling on the moss. That night, he dreams of a forest where every breath sings of peace, waking with a heart ready to journey deeper. The Buddha taught, with each breath, you are born anew. This moment is your beginning. This Zen principle of fresh beginnings invites you to release the burdens of past and future, starting each moment with the clarity of a new dawn. like mist rising from the earth to greet the sun. Some traditions believe this requires mindful practice to anchor in the present, while others see it as a natural return to your true nature when you let go of clinging. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The breath, like the mist's dance, is a chance to begin again. Its rhythm, a whisper of eternal calm, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with a lighter heart, like a cedar leaf falling gently to the forest floor. What does this mean for you? Kale's restless mind mirrors your own. When thoughts of yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's worries swirl within you, like a storm cloud dimming your inner light, the misty forest, alive with the cedar's quiet presence, is like a fresh beginning. Each breath you take is a chance to start anew, releasing the weight of what has been, like mist dissolving in the dawn's embrace. Zen teaches that peace is not a distant shore, but a path within, awakened with each mindful inhale, like a traveler stepping into a new day with open hands. Sura's cedar sprig, sharp yet grounding, shows that a simple act, breathing in the moment's scent, can anchor you in the now. Its fragrance a spark of calm, like a single note in a forest's song. Her misty presence, one with the cedar's stillness, embodies a life of new beginnings, each breath a doorway to peace, like a leaf turning to catch the light. The forest's soft whispers, scented with dew, mirror your capacity to begin again. Each inhale, a chance to rest in the present's calm. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative focus to start anew, others, the spontaneous joy of each breath. Both paths lead to the same misty forest. Peace whispers in the now, like a dawn awakening your heart. As you rest here, let your breath be the mist's gentle rays, soft and new, drifting through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a burden you carry, perhaps a worry, a regret, or a restless thought? Notice it gently, like mist curling through the cedars. What sensations stir? A racing mind, a heavy chest? Let them dissolve, like fog in the morning light. You might reflect on a moment you felt weighed down, as Kale did. What would it feel like to begin anew with this breath? To let go like mist rising from the earth? No need to answer. Let the question settle, like cedar scent in the air. Imagine walking with Sura, the cedar sprig in your hand, its fragrance grounding you. The forest whispers. Each breath is new. You are calm. Each inhale is a chance to start afresh, to rest in the eternal now. As you exhale, feel your heart soften, ready to carry this peace into your dreams. Awakening with calm tomorrow. The misty forests, dawn-lit cedars fade, and now you stand in a quiet clearing where a single ancient pine rises, its needle-laden branches swaying softly in the morning breeze, casting dappled shadows on the mossy ground below. The air is crisp, scented with the sharp, resinous tang of pine sap and the faint dampness of earth, each breath syncing with the pine's gentle whisper, a soothing melody that hums through the stillness. A lone sparrow perches on a branch, its single chirp echoing like a heartbeat in the forest's embrace, drawing you deeper into this moment's tranquil calm. Your body rests heavily, as if the pine's steadfast roots cradle you, each exhale a softening into the quiet presence of no. Kale, the weary traveler you met earlier, walks deeper into the forest beside the Zen monk Sura. The cedar sprig she gave him still in his hand, its scent a grounding reminder of new beginnings. The weight of his restless thoughts, regrets over lost chances, fears of what lies ahead, still lingers, but the forest's stillness begins to seep into his bones, like mist settling into the earth. They reach this clearing, and Sura gestures for Kale to sit beneath the ancient pine, its trunk gnarled with the wisdom of countless seasons. My mind still races, Kyle admits, his voice low. Even here, in this quiet. Sura nods, her gray robes blending with the shadows, her eyes tracing the pine's swaying branches. Listen, she says, her voice soft as the breeze. Kale closes his eyes, the pines whisper filling the silence, a steady, rhythmic hum, like waves lapping at a distant shore. Sura shares a story of a young monk named Taro, who once lived in a monastery high in the mountains, his heart restless with the need to prove his worth. Taro spent his days rushing to perfect his meditation, his thoughts a storm of effort, until one evening he sat beneath a pine, much like this one. The tree's whisper spoke to him, not in words, but in its stillness, a presence that needed no striving, no proof, only to be. Taro slowed his breath, mirroring the pine's quiet sway, and found a stillness within, his heart at ease for the first time. Sura hands Kale a single pine needle, its green vibrant against his palm, its scent sharp and alive. Be as the pine, she says, still in your essence, and peace will rise. Kale holds the needle, breathing in its fragrance, his thoughts slowing like leaves settling on the forest floor. Sura sits beside him, the sparrows chirp, a gentle companion, and Kale feels his mind quiet, his heart resting in the pine's whisper. That night, he dreams of a tree whose stillness holds the world, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey ahead. The Buddha taught, in the stillness of the mind, the truth of all things is revealed. This Zen principle of stillness invites you to quiet the storm of thoughts, resting in the presence calm, like a pine standing steady amidst the breeze. Some traditions believe stillness requires deep meditation to silence the mind, while others see it as a natural state. When you pause with awareness, Sura's lesson to Kyle reflects this. The pine's whisper, like a still mind, reveals peace when you simply be. Its quiet a guide to eternal calm, like a star shining through a cloudy night, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a serene heart. What does this mean for you? Kale's racing thoughts mirror your own when your mind churns with endless chatter, worries about tomorrow, echoes of yesterday, or the need to do more, like a storm stirring the leaves of your inner forest. The ancient pine, steady in its stillness, is like the Zen practice of being. It stands without striving, its whisper a reminder that peace arises when you quiet the mind, like a sparrow's song cutting through silence. Zen teaches that stillness is not the absence of movement, but the presence of calm within it, a state you can touch with each breath, like a tree rooted deep in the earth's embrace. Sura's pine needle, vibrant yet simple, shows that stillness begins with a single focus: your breath, the scent in your hand, its sharpness a spark of calm, like a single breath anchoring a restless sea. Her shadowy presence, one with the clearing's quiet, embodies a life of still awareness, each moment a return to peace, like a needle falling to rest on moss. The clearing's soft hum, scented with pine, mirrors your capacity to find calm within, each breath a chance to rest in stillness. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative silence to find truth, others the spontaneous calm of being as you are. Both paths lead to the same clearing. Stillness whispers peace, like a pine standing in eternal calm. As you rest here, let your breath be the pine's whisper, soft and steady, humming through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a thought that races? Perhaps a worry, a plan, or a need to strive? Notice it gently, like a breeze through the branches. What sensations stir? A racing mind? A tense brow? Let them settle, like needles on the forest floor. You might reflect on a moment your mind felt restless, as Kale did. What would it feel like to pause, to breathe like the pine's steady sway, finding stillness within? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like pine sap in the air. Imagine sitting with Sura, the pine needle in your hand, its scent grounding you. The pine whispers, "Be still. You are calm." Each breath is a chance to quiet your mind, to rest in the eternal now. As you exhale, feel your heart ease, ready to carry this stillness into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The ancient pine's whispering stillness fades, and now you walk along a narrow trail deeper into the forest, where the cedars part to reveal a hidden stream, its crystal waters shimmering softly in the filtered light of dawn. The air is cool, scented with the fresh, earthy tang of whetstones and the faint sweetness of wild violets blooming along the banks, each breath syncing with the stream's gentle murmur, a quiet song of release that flows through the trees. A dragonfly hovers above the water, its iridescent wings catching the light like a fleeting jewel, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene surrender. Your body rests heavily, as if the stream's soothing current cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the effortless calm of now. Kyle, the weary traveler you've been journeying with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the pine needle she gave, him still tucked into his cloak, its scent a reminder of the stillness he's beginning to feel. The forest's quiet has softened his restless thoughts, but a subtle tension remains, a clinging to the worries he's carried for so long, like heavy stones in his pack. They reach the stream, its waters weaving through smooth pebbles, its flow steady yet unforced, a mirror of effortless grace. Kale pauses, watching the waters dance, and turns to Sura. "I feel calmer," he says, "but I still hold on to my fears. Why can't I let them go?" Sura kneels by the stream, her gray robes pooling like mist on the bank, her eyes tracing the current's path. "Look," she says, her voice as gentle as the water's song. Kyle watches as a small leaf falls from a cedar above, landing on the stream's surface. It floats effortlessly, carried by the current, neither resisting nor clinging, its journey guided by the water's flow. Sura shares a story of a fisherman named Jiro who lived by a river much like this one, his heart heavy with fears of scarcity, droughts, poor catches, a future uncertain. Jiro clung to his nets, working tirelessly to control the river's gifts, until one day a storm swept his nets away. Devastated, he sat by the river, watching its flow, and realized the water never fought its path. It simply moved, surrendering to the earth's embrace. Jiro let go of his fears, trusting the river's rhythm, and found abundance in its gifts, his heart light for the first time. Sura dips her hand into the stream, lifting a small, smooth pebble, its surface cool and slick, and places it in Kale's palm. "Surrender like the leaf," she says, "and the stream will carry you." Kale holds the pebble, its coolness grounding him, and releases it into the water, watching it sink as his fears begin to loosen, like stones slipping from his grasp. Sura stands beside him, the dragonfly's wings a quiet hum, and Kale feels his tension fade, his heart flowing with the stream. That night, he dreams of a river carrying his worries to the sea, waking with a heart ready to trust the journey ahead. The Buddha taught, the root of suffering is attachment. Release it, and you find peace. This Zen principle of non-attachment urges you to surrender what you cling to, fears, worries, or the need to control. Like a leaf, letting the stream guide its path. Some traditions believe non-attachment requires meditative practice to dissolve clinging, while others see it as a natural surrender to life's flow. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The stream's effortless flow, like a surrendered heart, carries peace when you let go, its rhythm a guide to eternal calm, like a river merging with the sea, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a lighter spirit. What does this mean for you? Kale's clinging mirrors your own when you hold tightly to fears or worries, perhaps a concern about the future, a need to control, or a past you can't release. Like stones weighing down your inner stream, the hidden stream, flowing without resistance, is like non-attachment. It invites you to surrender what burdens you, letting each fear drift away, like a leaf carried by the current. Zen teaches that clinging creates tension, but surrender opens your heart to peace, like a river finding its way without force, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with ease. Sura's pebble, cool and smooth, shows that surrender begins with a single act, acknowledging a fear, then releasing it. Its weight a spark of freedom, like a breath easing a tense mind. Her misty presence, one with the stream's flow, embodies a life of surrendered trust, each moment a chance to let go. Like a dragonfly dancing above water, the stream's gentle murmur, scented with violets, mirrors your capacity to release, each breath a chance to flow with life's rhythm. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative release to end clinging, others the spontaneous joy of a surrendered heart. Both paths lead to the same stream. Surrender whispers, peace, like water carrying you to calm. As you rest here, let your breath be the stream's gentle flow, soft and unforced, washing through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a fear you cling to Perhaps a worry, a need to control, or a past regret. Notice it gently, like a leaf on the water's surface. What sensations stir? A tight chest? A heavy heart? Let them drift like pebbles sinking in the stream. You might reflect on something you've held tightly, as Kale did. What would it feel like to surrender it, to let it flow like a leaf on the current, freeing your heart? No need to answer. Let the question settle, like violets scent in the air. Imagine standing with Sura, the pebble in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The stream murmurs, "Let go." You are calm. Each breath is a chance to surrender, to rest in life's flowing peace. As you exhale, feel your heart lighten, ready to carry this freedom into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The hidden stream's gentle murmur fades, and now you stand at the edge of a misty ravine where a slender bamboo bridge arches gracefully over the chasm, its weathered planks swaying softly in the morning breeze. The air is cool, scented with the sharp tang of bamboo and the faint dampness of moss clinging to the rocks below. Each breath syncing with the bridge's quiet creak, a tender rhythm of connection. A soft fog curls through the ravine, catching the dawn's golden light like a veil of whispers, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene trust. Your body rests heavily, as if the bridge's delicate strength cradles you. Each exhale, a release into the calm embrace of now. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the pebble from the stream still in his cloak, its coolness a reminder of the surrender he's beginning to feel. The forest's quiet and the stream's lesson have lightened his fears, but a subtle doubt lingers, a hesitation to trust the path ahead, as if the ground might give way beneath him. They reach the bamboo bridge, its slender poles bound with hemp rope, its surface worn yet sturdy, a fragile yet steadfast link across the divide. Kyle pauses, peering into the misty depths below, his heart quickening with uncertainty. What if it breaks? He asks Sura, his voice tinged with worry. What if I fall? Sura steps onto the bridge, her gray robes swaying with the planks, her staff tapping gently, her face calm as the dawn light filtering through the fog. Does the bridge ask for your fear? She asks, her voice steady as the earth itself. Kyle watches her move with ease, the bridge holding firm beneath her steps. Sura shares a story of a merchant named Hana, who once traveled these trails with a cart heavy with silks, her heart heavier still with distrust of paths, of people, of life's uncertainties. One day, Hana reached a bridge like this, her cart stuck in the mud, and a stranger offered to help. She refused, fearing deceit, until the bridge's sway taught her a lesson. It held her weight without question, asking only that she step forward. Hana accepted the stranger's aid, crossing with a lighter heart, and found trust on the other side. Her journey forever changed. Sura extends her hand to Kale, offering a small bamboo splinter, its edge smooth from years of weathering. Trust the bridge, she says, and it will carry you. Kyle takes the splinter, its smoothness grounding him, and steps onto the bridge, the planks creaking softly but holding firm. Sura walks beside him, the fog parting with each step, and Kale's doubt dissolves like mist in the dawn's light. That night, he dreams of a bridge spanning his fears, waking with a heart ready to trust the path ahead. The Buddha taught, "A true friend is one who stands by you in need, for they are a refuge." This Zen principle of trust invites you to rely on life's path, even when it feels fragile, like a bamboo bridge carrying you across a chasm. Some traditions believe trust requires discernment to avoid harm, while others see it as a natural openness to life's flow. Sura's lesson to Kyle reflects this. The bridge, like life's unfolding, holds you when you step forward with faith. Its strength, a guide to eternal calm, like a star lighting a foggy night, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a steady heart. What does this mean for you? Kale's hesitation mirrors your own when doubt clouds your path. Perhaps a fear of failure, a reluctance to trust the unknown, or a worry that life won't hold you. Like a traveler peering into a misty ravine, the bamboo bridge, swaying yet strong, is like trust. It invites you to step forward even when the way feels uncertain, like a river flowing beneath you, steady in its course. Zen teaches that trust is not blind, but a willingness to move with life, knowing it supports you, like a bridge spanning the divide between fear and peace, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with courage. Sura's bamboo splinter, smooth yet resilient, shows that trust begins with a single step: breathing, moving, opening, its simplicity a spark of faith, like a single plank bearing your weight. Her fog-lit presence, one with the bridge's rhythm, embodies a life of trusting surrender, each step a testament to life's support. Like a leaf carried by the wind, the ravine's misty depths, scented with moss, mirror your capacity to trust, each breath a chance to cross life's uncertainties. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize mindful discernment in trust, others the spontaneous faith in life's flow. Both paths lead to the same bridge. Trust whispers peace, like a bamboo span carrying you to calm. As you rest here, let your breath be the bridge's gentle sway, soft and steady, crossing this moment's quiet. Can you sense a doubt you hold? Perhaps a fear of the unknown, a hesitation to trust? Notice it gently, like fog curling through the ravine. What sensations stir? A racing heart? A tense grip? Let them settle, like mist on the rocks below. You might reflect on a moment you felt uncertain, as Kale did. What would it feel like to take one step, to trust the path like a bridge holding firm, guiding you forward? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like bamboo's scent in the air. Imagine standing with Sura, the splinter in your hand, its smoothness grounding you. The bridge whispers, trust holds. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to step with faith, to rest in life's steady support. As you exhale, feel your heart open, ready to carry this trust into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The bamboo bridge's misty ravine fades, and now you sit by a tranquil lotus pond at sunrise, where delicate white petals unfold gently on a glassy surface, kissed by the golden light of dawn. The air is warm, scented with the sweet fragrance of water lilies and the faint dampness of dew-soaked reeds, each breath syncing with the pond's serene stillness, a quiet hymn to awakening. A dragonfly darts across the water, its iridescent wings glinting like a prism in the sunlight, drawing you deeper into this moment's luminous clarity. Your body rests heavily, as if the pond's gentle depths cradle you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the bamboo splinter from the bridge still in his cloak, its smoothness a reminder of the trust he's beginning to feel. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, and the bridge's trust have softened his restless heart, but a fog of confusion still lingers, a yearning for clarity amidst life's uncertainties. They emerge from the trees to find this lotus pond, its surface a mirror of the sky, its blooms rising pure from the muddy depths below. Kyle gazes at a lotus, its petals opening to the light, and turns to Sura. "I trust the path more," he says, "but my mind still seeks answers. How do I find clarity?" Sura kneels by the pond, her gray robes pooling like mist on the grass, her eyes fixed on a single lotus as it unfurls in the dawn. "Watch," she says, her voice as soft as the ripples spreading from a fallen leaf. Kale observes the lotus, its stillness radiant, untouched by the mud beneath. Sura shares a story of a scholar named Yuki who lived in a village near a pond like this, her mind tangled with endless questions about purpose, truth, and the meaning of peace. Yuki spent her days poring over scrolls, seeking answers in words, until one sunrise, she sat by the pond and watched a lotus bloom. Its silent opening spoke to her, not in answers, but in presence, a clarity that needed no words, only to be. Yuki slowed her breath, mirroring the lotus's calm, and found the truth she sought within, her mind clear as the pond's surface. Sura plucks a lotus bud, its petals tightly furled, cool in her palm, and hands it to Kale. "Be still and see," she says. Kale holds the bud, its coolness grounding him, his breath slowing as he focuses on its quiet potential, his tangled thoughts unraveling like petals in the light. Sura sits beside him, the dragonfly's wings a soft hum, and Kale feels his mind clear, his heart open to the moment's truth. That night, he dreams of a lotus, glowing under starlight, waking with a heart ready to see with clarity. The Buddha taught the mind, when purified, becomes luminous. In its clarity, truth is revealed. This Zen principle of clarity invites you to still your mind, letting truth emerge without striving, like a lotus blooming in calm waters. Some traditions believe clarity requires deep meditation to quiet the mind, while others see it as a natural state when you rest in awareness. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The lotus's silent bloom, like a clear mind, reveals truth when you pause, its light a guide to eternal calm, like a dawn breaking through mist, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a clear heart. What does this mean for you? Kale's yearning for answers mirrors your own when your mind feels clouded, perhaps seeking purpose, clarity, or peace amidst life's uncertainties. Like a scholar lost in endless questions, the lotus pond its blooms rising pure from the mud, is like clarity. It invites you to still your thoughts, letting truth shine without force, like a mirror reflecting the sky without clinging to its clouds. Zen teaches that clarity isn't found by chasing answers, but by resting in the present, where each moment glows with insight, like a dragonfly's wings catching the light, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with a luminous mind. Sura's lotus bud, closed yet brimming with potential, shows that clarity begins with one focus, a breath, a sensation, its simplicity, a spark of truth, like a dewdrop holding the sunrise. Her misty presence, one with the pond's stillness, embodies a life of clear awareness, each moment a reflection of reality, like a reed standing tall in the breeze. The pond's gentle ripples, scented with lilies, mirror your capacity to find clarity in stillness, each breath a chance to see with a radiant heart. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative discipline to purify the mind, others the spontaneous insight of a quiet heart. Both paths lead to the same pond. Clarity whispers peace, like a lotus blooming in dawn's light. As you rest here, let your breath be the lotus's bloom, soft and unfolding, illuminating this moment's quiet. Can you sense a question clouding your mind? Perhaps a search for purpose, a need for answers. Notice it gently, like a ripple on the pond's surface. What sensations stir? A racing thought, a heavy brow. Let them settle like dragonflies on the water. You might reflect on a moment you felt unclear, as Kale did. What would it feel like to pause, to focus on one breath, like a lotus opening to the light? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like lilies scent in the air. Imagine sitting with Sura, the lotus bud in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The pond whispers, clarity shines. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to rest in stillness, to awaken with a clear heart tomorrow. As you exhale, feel your mind open, ready to carry this clarity into your dreams. The lotus pond's serene clarity fades, and now you sit by a crackling fire in a forest clearing at dusk, where golden flames cast a warm, flickering glow on the surrounding pines, their shadows dancing softly across the mossy ground. The air is cool, scented with the smoky tang of burning wood and the faint crispness of fallen leaves, each breath syncing with the fire's gentle pulse. A quiet heartbeat of warmth in the twilight. Sparks rise into the evening sky, like tiny stars ascending, drawing you deeper into this moment's tender kindness. Your body rests heavily, as if the forest's embrace cradles you. Each exhale a softening into the glowing peace of now. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the lotus bud from the pond tucked into his cloak, its coolness a reminder of the clarity he's beginning to feel. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, and the lotus's clarity have eased his restless heart, but a quiet hardness remains, a lingering resentment toward a friend who once betrayed him, a wound he cannot release. They reach this clearing, the fire already burning, its warmth inviting them to rest. Kyle sits by the flames, their glow reflecting in his eyes, and turns to Sura. I feel clearer, he says, But I still hold anger toward a friend who hurt me. How can I let it go? Sura adds a branch to the fire, its crackle a soft reply, her gray robes dusted with ash, her face calm as the twilight settling around them. Feel the warmth, she says, her voice steady as the flames. Kale holds his hands to the fire, its heat softening the chill in his fingers, and Sura shares a story of a warrior named Taro, who once roamed these forests, his heart hardened by a rival's betrayal during a battle that cost Taro his honor. Taro carried his anger like a blade, until one evening he found his rival wounded by the same fire he now sat beside. The flame's impartial warmth touched them both, and Taro, moved by their shared need, tended to his rival's wounds, his anger melting like frost in the fire's glow. Taro discovered kindness in that act, his heart freed from its burden, his spirit light for the first time. Sura picks up a small warm stone from the fire's edge, its heat radiating gently, and places it in Kale's hand. Let kindness warm your heart, she says, and anger will fade. Kale holds the stone, its warmth seeping into his palm, his resentment toward his friend softening like embers, cooling in the night. Sura sits beside him, the sparks rising like prayers, and Kale feels his heart open, his anger dissolving into peace. That night, he dreams of a fire warming a frozen forest, waking with a heart ready to embrace kindness on his journey. The Buddha taught, hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule. This Zen principle of compassion, karuna, urges you to meet pain, yours or another's, with kindness, transforming anger into peace, like a fire warming a cold night. Some traditions believe compassion requires meditative cultivation to dissolve ego, while others see it as a natural response when you recognize shared humanity. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The fire's impartial warmth, like kindness, heals when you extend it. Its glow, a guide to eternal calm, like a star piercing the dusk, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a gentler heart. What does this mean for you? Kale's resentment mirrors your own when you hold on to anger or hurt, perhaps a betrayal, a slight, or a wound that lingers, like embers smoldering in your chest, dimming your inner light. The crackling fire, glowing without judgment, is like karuna. It invites you to offer kindness, even to those who've hurt you, like a warmth shared in the dark, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with peace. Zen teaches that compassion frees you from the weight of anger, like a fire melting frost, allowing you to sleep with a lighter heart and rise with a gentler spirit, as if the flames have burned away what no longer serves you. Sura's warm stone, radiating heat, shows that kindness begins with a small act, a thought, a gesture, its warmth, a spark of healing, like a single flame lighting a shadowed path. Her ashen presence, one with the fire's rhythm, embodies a life of boundless compassion, each act aglow in the world's darkness, like a spark rising to the sky. The clearing's smoky warmth, scented with pine, mirrors your capacity to soften your heart, each breath a chance to nurture kindness within. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some focus on compassion as a meditative practice of love, others as an instinctive response to shared pain. Both paths lead to the same clearing. Kindness whispers peace, like a firelight warming your soul. As you rest here, let your breath be the fire's glow, soft and warm, lighting this moment's quiet. Can you sense an anger you hold? Perhaps a hurt, a grudge, or a wound unresolved. Notice it gently, like a spark among the flames. What sensations stir? A heat in your chest, a clench in your jaw. Let them fade, like ashes drifting in the breeze. You might reflect on someone who caused you pain, as Kale did. What would it feel like to offer them kindness, even in thought, like a stone warmed by the fire? No need to answer. Let the question settle like pine smoke in the air. Imagine sitting with Sura, the warm stone in your hand, its heat grounding you. The fire whispers, kindness heals. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to nurture compassion, to rest in life's gentle warmth. As you exhale, feel your heart open, ready to carry this kindness into your dreams. Awakening with peace tomorrow, the firelight's warm glow fades, and now you sit within the cool stone walls of a Zen temple at twilight, where a great bronze bell hangs in a wooden tower, its surface etched with ancient sutras that shimmer faintly in the soft light of dusk. The air is still, scented with sandalwood incense and the faint dampness of evening mist, each breath aligning with the temple's quiet pulse, a gentle rhythm of inner knowing. A single chime echoes through the space, its resonance fading into a profound silence, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene wisdom. Your body rests heavily, as if the temple's stillness cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the radiant peace of now. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the warm stone from the fire still in his cloak, its lingering heat, a reminder of the kindness he's beginning to embrace. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, the lotus's clarity, and the fire's compassion have lightened his heart. But a quiet longing remains, a desire for deeper wisdom to anchor his newfound peace. They reach this temple, its stone walls weathered yet timeless, the bronze bell hanging like a silent guardian in the fading light. Kyle gazes at the bell, its stillness almost palpable, and turns to Sura. I feel kinder, he says, but I still seek wisdom to understand my path. Where do I find it? Sura lights a stick of sandalwood incense, its smoke curling upward in delicate spirals, her gray robes blending with the twilight shadows, her face calm as the stillness around them. Listen, she says, her voice soft as the evening air. She strikes the bell gently, its deep tone vibrating through the temple, a resonant hum that fills the space before dissolving into silence. Kyle closes his eyes, the silence vast and alive, holding more than the chime ever could. Sura shares a story of a poet named Emmy, who once lived in a village near this temple, her heart restless with the need to capture life's truths in her verses. Emmy sought wisdom in words, her quill scratching endlessly, until one evening she visited the temple and heard this bell's chime. fade into silence. The pause spoke to her, not in answers, but in presence, a wisdom that needed no words, only to be felt. Emmy slowed her breath, resting in the silence, and found the truth she sought within, her heart wise for the first time. Sura hands Kale the incense stick, its tip glowing faintly, its scent grounding him in the moment. Wisdom lives in the pause, she says. Kyle holds the incense, its warmth and fragrance steadying him, his breath slowing as he rests in the bell's silence, his longing for answers fading into a quiet knowing. Sura sits beside him, the temple's stillness a shared refuge, and Kale feels his heart deepen, his mind wise in the moment's truth. That night, he dreams of a bell whose silence sings of peace, waking with a heart ready to walk his path with wisdom. The Buddha taught, in the stillness of the mind, the truth of all things is revealed. This Zen principle of wisdom through stillness emphasizes that true understanding arises in the quiet pause of a mindful heart, like a bell's echo fading into clarity. Some traditions believe wisdom requires deep meditation to uncover truth, while others see it as a natural state when you rest in awareness. Sura's lesson to Kyle reflects this. The bell's silence, like the space between thoughts, holds the wisdom you seek, its stillness a guide to eternal calm, like a star unveiled by a clearing sky, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a wiser heart. What does this mean for you? Kyle's longing for wisdom mirrors your own when you seek deeper understanding, a purpose to guide you, a truth to anchor your days. Like a poet searching for the perfect verse, the temple's silence, vast yet intimate, is like stillness. It invites you to pause, letting wisdom arise without chasing, like a lotus blooming in calm waters. Zen teaches that wisdom isn't found in endless seeking, but in resting in the now, where each moment holds its own truth, like a bell's echo, lingering in silence, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with clarity. Sura's incense stick, glowing with warmth, shows that wisdom begins with a single act, pausing, breathing, listening, its fragrance a spark of insight, like a dewdrop reflecting the moon. Her shadowy presence, one with the temple's calm, embodies a life of quiet wisdom, each moment a space for truth, like a stone smoothed by time. The temple's sandalwood scent, curling through the air, mirrors your capacity to rest in silence, each breath a chance to uncover inner knowing. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative stillness to find wisdom, others, the spontaneous insight of a quiet mind. Both paths lead to the same temple. Silence whispers, wisdom, like a bell's pause, revealing eternal calm. As you rest here, let your breath be the bell's echo, soft and spacious, resonating in this moment's quiet. Can you sense a longing for understanding? Perhaps a purpose, a truth you seek. Notice it gently, like incense smoke curling upward. What sensations stir? A restless mind, a heavy heart? Let them settle, like mist on the temple stones. You might reflect on a moment you sought answers, as Kale did. What would it feel like to pause in silence, to let wisdom arise like a bell's quiet truth? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like sandalwood in the dusk. Imagine sitting with Sura, the incense in your hand, its scent grounding you. The bell whispers, wisdom rests. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to rest in stillness, to awaken with a wise heart tomorrow. As you exhale, feel your mind deepen, ready to carry this wisdom into your dreams. The Zen temple's silent bell fades, and now you walk along a winding stone path through a sunlit valley where smooth pebbles gleam underfoot, their surfaces polished by countless steps over time. The air is warm, scented with the dry, earthy tang of sun-baked stones and the faint sweetness of wild lavender blooming among the rocks, each breath syncing with the path's quiet rhythm, a steady pulse of persistence. A distant hawk cries, its sharp call echoing across the valley's expanse, drawing you deeper into this moment's enduring calm. Your body rests heavily, as if the stone's ancient strength cradles you, each exhale a softening into the patient peace of now. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the incense stick from the temple still in his cloak, its lingering sandalwood scent, a reminder of the wisdom he's beginning to feel. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, the lotus's clarity, the fire's kindness, and the bell's wisdom have deepened his heart, but a quiet impatience stirs within, a restlessness to hasten his journey to peace. They leave the temple behind, descending into this valley where the stone path stretches onward, its pebbles worn smooth by time, a testament to endurance. Kale quickens his pace, eager to reach the path's end, but Sura's steps remain unhurried, her staff tapping gently against the stones. "Why do you rush?" she asks, her voice calm as the sunlight warming the valley. Kale pauses, his breath uneven, and replies, "I want peace now. I'm tired of waiting." Sura kneels, picking up a small, smooth pebble, its surface etched with the patience of years, and holds it up to the light. "Does the river rush to shape this stone?" she asks. Kale looks at the pebble, its smoothness a story of time's gentle work, and shakes his head. Sura shares a story of a builder named Jiro, who once worked in a valley like this, crafting walls from stones he gathered, his hands rough from toil. Jiro grew impatient, frustrated by the slow progress of each wall, until one day, storm toppled his rushed work. Sitting among the scattered stones, he noticed a pebble smoothed by the river's patient flow, and realized his haste had weakened his craft. Jiro began again, placing each stone with care, his patience growing with each step, and built walls that stood for generations, his heart steady with newfound peace. Sura places the pebble in Kale's hand, its smoothness grounding him, its weight a quiet lesson. "Patience shapes peace," she says. Kale holds the pebble, slowing his steps to match Sura's, the path's rhythm guiding him, his impatience fading like dust in the sunlight. Sura walks beside him, the hawk's cry a distant echo, and Kale feels his heart settle, his journey now a patient walk. That night, he dreams of a path built stone by stone, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with patience. The Buddha taught, patience is the highest austerity. It is the path to awakening, This Zen principle of Shanti, patience, urges you to cultivate endurance, moving steadily without haste, like a river shaping a stone over time. Some traditions believe patience requires meditative practice to calm the mind, while others see it as a natural response to life's rhythm when you trust its flow. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The pebble's smoothness, like a patient heart, reveals peace when you slow down. Its quiet, a guide to eternal calm, like a valley enduring through seasons, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a steady spirit. What does this mean for you? Kael's impatience mirrors your own when you rush toward peace or answers, perhaps a desire to solve a problem quickly, a frustration with delays, or an urgency to feel calm now, like a traveler hastening down a path, missing its beauty. The stone path, worn smooth by time, is like Kshanti. It invites you to move with patience, finding peace in the journey itself, like a river carving its course without force, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with endurance. Zen teaches that haste stirs restlessness, but patience brings calm, like a pebble polished by years of gentle flow, allowing you to sleep with a steady heart and rise with a quiet strength, as if each step has shaped you. Sura's pebble, smooth with time's touch, shows that patience begins with a single act, breathing, slowing, trusting, its weight a spark of endurance, like a single stone anchoring a path. Her sunlit presence, one with the valley's rhythm, embodies a life of patient trust, each step a testament to life's unfolding, like a lavender bloom thriving in rocky soil. The valley's warm light, scented with earth, mirrors your capacity to endure with grace, each breath a chance to walk with patience. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative patience to release haste, others the spontaneous calm of trusting life's rhythm. Both paths lead to the same valley. Patience whispers peace, like a stone path guiding you to calm. As you rest here, let your breath be the stone's smoothness, steady and unhurried, grounding this moment's quiet. Can you sense an impatience within, perhaps a rush to solve, a frustration with waiting? Notice it gently, like dust on the path. What sensations stir? A racing pulse, a tense grip? Let them settle, like pebbles on the valley floor. You might reflect on a moment you felt hurried, as Kale did. What would it feel like to slow down, to walk with patience, like a river shaping a stone, finding peace in the journey? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like lavender's scent in the air. Imagine walking with Sura, the pebble in your hand, its smoothness grounding you. The path whispers, patience holds. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to move with grace, to rest in life's steady rhythm. As you exhale, feel your heart ease, ready to carry this patience into your dreams. Awakening with peace tomorrow. The stone path's sunlit valley fades, and now you walk a winding trail through a shadowed forest at dusk, where ancient pines loom, their branches cloaked in a soft twilight mist that swirls like whispered hopes. A single paper lantern glows. Ahead, its warm amber light piercing the fog, casting a gentle halo on the mossy earth beneath. The air is cool, scented with the sharp pine resin and the faint dampness of evening dew, each breath syncing with the forest's quiet hum, a rhythm of unseen guidance. An owl hoots softly in the distance, its call echoing through the trees, drawing you deeper into this moment's tender faith. Your body rests heavily, as if the forest's stillness cradles you, each exhale a release into the glowing trust of now. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the smooth pebble from the stone path still in his cloak, its weight a reminder of the patience he's beginning to embrace. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, the lotus's clarity, the fire's kindness, the bell's wisdom, and the path's patience have steadied his heart, but a quiet fear lingers, a hesitation to fully trust the unseen steps ahead on his journey to peace. They reach a fork in the trail, the fog thickening, obscuring the way forward, and Kale's steps falter, his breath quickening with uncertainty. Which path do I take? He asks Sura, his voice tinged with doubt. Sura lifts a paper lantern from her side, its amber glow cutting through the mist, illuminating the trail to the right, her gray robes blending with the shadows, her face serene as the evening light. Follow the light, she says, her voice steady as the owl's distant call. Kale hesitates, peering into the fog, and Sura shares a story of a young girl named May, who once wandered this forest at dusk, tasked with delivering herbs to a healer deep within, her heart heavy with fear of the dark. May trembled at a fork like this until a lantern's glow appeared, held by a stranger who offered to guide her. At first, May doubted, fearing the unknown, but the light's steady warmth whispered to her heart, and she followed, finding the healer's hut and a courage she hadn't known she held. May learned faith in that journey, her fears fading like shadows in the lantern's glow, her spirit light with trust. Sura hands Kale a small pine twig, its scent sharp and grounding, a piece of the forest to hold as they walk. Trust the light within, she says. Kyle takes the twig, its aroma steadying him, and follows the lantern's glow. The fog parting with each step, his fear dissolving like mist in the twilight. Sura walks beside him, the owl's call a quiet companion, and Kale feels his heart open, his faith in the path growing. That night, he dreams of a lantern guiding him through endless shadows, waking with a heart ready to trust the journey ahead. The Buddha taught, "Be a lamp unto yourself, yet trust the lamps of others when the way is dark." This Zen principle of faith encourages you to trust your inner light while remaining open to life's guidance. Like a lantern illuminating a shadowed path, some traditions believe faith requires discernment to avoid missteps, while others see it as an intuitive trust in life's unfolding. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The lantern's glow, like the faith within, lights the way when you follow it. Its warmth, a guide to eternal calm, like a star in a foggy sky, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a trusting heart. What does this mean for you? Kyle's hesitation mirrors your own when fear clouds your path. Perhaps a doubt about the future, a fear of the unknown, or a reluctance to trust life's direction. Like a traveler lost in twilight fog, the lantern's glow, piercing the mist, is like faith. It invites you to trust the unseen, following the light within and around you, like a path revealed step by step, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with courage. Zen teaches that faith isn't blind, but a gentle trust in life's flow, like a lantern held steady in the dark, allowing you to sleep with a lighter heart and rise with a steady spirit, as if the light has always been there. Sura's pine twig, sharp yet grounding, shows that faith begins with a single step: breathing, trusting, moving forward. It sent a spark of courage, like a single flame lighting a shadowed trail. Her lantern-lit presence, one with the forest's rhythm, embodies a life of faithful trust, each step a testament to life's guidance. Like an owl's call in the dusk, the forest's misty quiet, scented with pine, mirrors your capacity to trust. Each breath a chance to follow life's light. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize mindful faith through meditation, others, the spontaneous trust in life's path. Both paths lead to the same trail. Faith whispers peace, like a lantern guiding you to calm. As you rest here, let your breath be the lantern's glow, soft and steady, illuminating this moment's quiet. Can you sense a fear of the unknown? Perhaps a doubt, a hesitation to trust? Notice it gently, like mist curling through the pines. What sensations stir? A racing heart, a tense breath? Let them settle. Like dew on the moss, you might reflect on a moment you felt uncertain, as Kale did. What would it feel like to trust one step, to follow the light within like a lantern's glow? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like pine's scent in the air. Imagine walking with Sura, the twig in your hand, its sharpness grounding you. The lantern whispers, trust guides, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to step with faith, to rest in life's gentle light. As you exhale, feel your heart open, ready to carry this trust into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The lantern-lit forest trail fades, and now you sit in a sunlit meadow where an ancient loom stands beneath a flowering cherry tree, its wooden frame polished by countless hands over time. Threads of crimson, indigo, and gold hang in neat rows, catching the sunlight like a woven tapestry of light, their colors vibrant against the soft hum of bees dancing in the cherry blossoms above. The air is warm, scented with a sweet fragrance of blooming flowers and the faint musk of wool, each breath weaving you into the meadow's tranquil rhythm, a quiet hymn to connection, a single thread, phrase swaying in the breeze, a gentle reminder of life's interwoven bonds, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant unity. Your body rests heavily, as if the loom's steady presence cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the harmonious peace of now. Kale, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the pine twig from the lantern-lit trail still in his cloak. It sent a reminder of the faith he's beginning to embrace, the forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust. the lotus's clarity, the fire's kindness, the bell's wisdom, the path's patience, and the lantern's faith have opened his heart, but a quiet sense of separation lingers, a feeling that his journey is his alone to bear. They emerge from the forest into this meadow, the loom standing as a silent invitation, its threads a tapestry of countless lives. Kale gazes at the loom, its colors weaving a story he cannot yet read, and turns to Sura. I trust the path more, he says, but I still feel alone. How do I find connection? Sura sits by the loom, her gray robes pooling like mist on the grass, her eyes tracing the vibrant threads, her face serene as the sunlight filtering through the blossoms. Look, she says, her voice soft as the bees hum. Kyle watches as Sura lifts a frayed crimson thread, its end glinting in the light, and knots it back into the weave, the flaw blending seamlessly into the pattern. Sura shares a story of a weaver named Aiko, who once lived in a village near this meadow, her hands skilled, but her heart solitary, feeling disconnected from the lives around her. Aiko wove tapestries alone until one day a child brought her a thread of gold to add to her work. At first, Aiko resisted, fearing the thread would ruin her design. But as she wove it in, she saw how it connected to every other strand, creating a beauty she couldn't have made alone. Aiko realized her life was like her loom, each person a thread, woven together in unity. Her heart no longer solitary, but part of a greater whole. Sura hands Kale a cherry blossom, its petals soft and fleeting, a piece of the meadow to hold as they sit. You are woven with all, she says. Kyle holds the blossom, its softness grounding him, his sense of separation fading as he sees his journey as part of a larger tapestry, his heart open to connection. Sura sits beside him. The bees hum a quiet chorus, and Kyle feels his heart expand, his loneliness dissolving into unity. That night, he dreams of a loom spanning the stars, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey as part of the whole. The Buddha taught, nothing exists independently. Everything arises in dependence on other things. This Zen principle of pratitya samutpada, dependent origination, reveals that you are woven into a vast tapestry of connection, each life a thread in your journey, like a single strand strengthening a weave. Some traditions believe this interdependence requires meditative insight to fully realize, while others see it as a lived truth in every moment. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The loom's threads, like your life, are not separate, but part of a greater whole. Its unity, a guide to eternal calm, like a meadow blooming as one, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a connected heart. What does this mean for you? Kale's sense of separation mirrors your own when you feel alone on your journey. Perhaps a longing for connection, a feeling of isolation, or a belief that your path is yours alone. Like a weaver seeing only her own thread, the ancient loom, its threads interwoven, is like pratit asamutpada. It invites you to see your life as part of a greater tapestry. Each person, each moment, a thread in your weave, like a single note, harmonizing in a song. guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with a sense of belonging. Zen teaches that unity dissolves loneliness, like a frayed thread knotted back into the pattern, allowing you to sleep with a lighter heart and rise with a connected spirit, as if you've always been part of the whole. Sura's cherry blossom, soft yet vibrant, shows that connection begins with seeing, breathing, feeling your place in the weave. Its petals a spark of unity, like a single thread strengthening a tapestry. Her sunlit presence, one with the meadows, rhythm, embodies a life of interconnected awareness, each moment a thread in the world's fabric, like a bead dancing among blossoms. The meadow's warm light, scented with flowers, mirrors your capacity to feel connected, each breath a chance to weave unity within. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to see interdependence, others, the spontaneous joy of being part of the whole. Both paths lead to the same meadow. Unity whispers peace, like a loom weaving you into calm. As you rest here, let your breath be a thread, weaving through the fabric of this moment linked to all around you. Can you sense a feeling of separation? Perhaps a loneliness, a longing for connection. Notice it gently, like a frayed thread in the breeze. What sensations stir? A quiet ache, a heavy heart? Let them settle like petals on the grass. You might reflect on a moment you felt alone, as Kaeli did. What would it feel like to see yourself as woven with others, like a thread in a tapestry, part of the whole? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like the bees hum in the air. Imagine sitting with Sura, the cherry blossom in your hand, its softness grounding you. The loom whispers, you are woven, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to rest in connection, to awaken with a unified heart tomorrow. As you exhale, feel your heart expand, ready to carry this unity into your dreams. The meadow's woven loom fades, and now you sit by a serene lake at midday, its glassy surface reflecting a clear blue sky dotted with wispy clouds, the sunlight glinting like scattered stars on the water. A single pebble drops into the lake, sending delicate ripples outward, merging with the lake's gentle pulse. Under the warm noon light, the air is fresh, scented with the crisp tang of water reeds and the faint sweetness of blooming clover along the shore, each breath syncing with the ripple's silent dance. A quiet hymn to purposeful action. A kingfisher darts across the lake, its flash of blue, a fleeting spark, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant intention. Your body rests heavily, as if the lake's calm cradles you. Each exhale a softening into the mindful peace of now. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the cherry blossom from the meadow still in his cloak, its softness a reminder of the unity he's beginning to feel. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, the lotus's clarity, the fire's kindness, the bell's wisdom, the path's patience, the lantern's faith, and the loom's unity have woven his heart into a tapestry of connection. But a quiet concern lingers, a question about the impact of his actions on this shared weave. They reach the lake, its waters stretching wide, a mirror of the sky's vastness, its ripples a dance of cause and effect. Kyle gazes at the lake, the ripples spreading far, and turns to Sura. I feel connected, he says. But how do I know my actions matter in this tapestry? Sura kneels by the water's edge, her gray robes pooling like mist on the shore, her eyes tracing the ripple's journey, her face serene as the sunlight warming the lake. Watch, she says, her voice soft as the kingfisher's wings. She tosses a small pebble into the lake, its ripples fanning outward, touching the far shore in patterns Kale cannot predict. Sura shares a story of a monk named Taro, who once lived by a lake like this, his heart heavy with doubt about his small acts of kindness, offering alms, tending the temple, speaking gentle words. Taro feared his efforts were too small to matter, until one day he saw a child drop a pebble into the lake, its ripples saving a struggling insect on the water's surface. Taro realized each act, like a pebble's ripple, weaves into the world's tapestry, its impact unfolding beyond sight, his heart light with the power of intention. Sura hands Kale a smooth lake pebble, its weight cool and grounding, a piece of the water to hold as they sit. Act with mindful intention, she says. Kale holds the pebble, dropping it into the lake, watching the ripples spread, his concern fading as he sees his actions as part of the whole, his heart steady with purpose. Sura sits beside him, the kingfishers flash, a quiet companion, and Kyle feels his heart align, his actions meaningful in the weave. That night, he dreams of a lake where every ripple sings of connection, waking with a heart ready to act with intention. The Buddha taught, all phenomena arise from causes and conditions, and these too are subject to cause and effect. This Zen principle of karma reveals that every mindful action you take ripples through the interconnected web of existence, shaping your path and others, like a pebble's waves in an endless lake. Some traditions view karma as a moral law across lifetimes, while others see it as a present moment guide to intentional living. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The pebbles ripple, like each mindful act, carries purpose beyond your sight, its flow a guide to eternal calm, like a lake reflecting the sky's vastness, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a purposeful heart. What does this mean for you? Kale's concern mirrors your own when you question the impact of your actions, perhaps doubting if your efforts matter, worrying about unintended consequences, or feeling small in the world's vastness, like a traveler unsure of his place in the tapestry. The rippling lake, its waves spreading far, is like karma. It invites you to act with mindful intention, knowing each choice weaves into the whole, like a single ripple touching distant shores, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with purpose. Zen teaches that no act is too small. Each kind word, each gentle deed ripples outward like a kingfisher's dive, sparking waves, allowing you to sleep with a steady heart and rise with a meaningful spirit, as if your actions have always mattered. Sura's lake pebble, cool and significant, shows that intention begins with awareness, pausing, choosing, acting with care. Its weight a spark of purpose, like a single breath fueling a steady path. Her misty presence, one with the lake's calm, embodies a life of intentional action, each moment a ripple of good, like a clover bloom, brightening the shore. The lake's shimmering surface, scented with reeds, mirrors your capacity to act mindfully, each breath a chance to shape your path with care. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize karma's long arc through meditation, others the immediate power of present intention. Both paths lead to the same lake. Intention whispers peace, like a ripple guiding you to calm. As you rest here, let your breath be the pebble's ripple, soft and intentional, spreading through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a doubt about your actions? Perhaps a worry about their impact, a feeling of insignificance? Notice it gently, like a ripple on the lake's surface. What sensations stir? A racing thought, a heavy heart? Let them flow, like waves blending into the water. You might reflect on an action you question, as Kale did. What would it feel like to act with mindful care, to trust its ripple like a pebble in the lake? No need to answer. Let the question settle, like clover's scent in the air. Imagine sitting with Sura, the pebble in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The lake whispers, intention matters, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to act with purpose, to rest in life's meaningful flow. As you exhale, feel your heart align, ready to carry this intention into your dreams. Awakening with peace tomorrow. The rippling lake's serene midday fades, and now you stand on a misty riverbank at dawn, where a solitary heron perches gracefully on a smooth rock, its slender form mirrored in the still water, gazing with unwavering calm at the shimmering surface below. The river glints with the first rays of sunrise, its soft current weaving through tall reeds that sway gently in the morning breeze. The air is fresh, scented with the damp scent of moss and the faint sweetness of blooming watercress. Along the shore, each breath sinking with the heron's poised stillness, a quiet ode to balance. A soft fog drifts over the water, catching the dawn's golden hues, drawing you deeper into this moment's tranquil harmony. Your body rests heavily, as if the river's steady flow cradles you, each exhale a softening into the centered peace of now. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the lake pebble, from their last stop still in his cloak, its coolness a reminder of the mindful intention he's beginning to embrace. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, the lotus's clarity, the fire's kindness, the bell's wisdom, the path's patience, the lantern's faith, the loom's unity, and the lake's intention have woven his heart into a tapestry of purpose. But a subtle tension lingers, a struggle to find balance between his efforts and his ease, as if he's swaying between striving and stillness. They reach this riverbank, the heron standing poised, its balance a silent teaching in the dawn's light. Kale watches the bird, its focus absolute, and turns to Sura. I act with intention now, he says, but I feel torn between pushing forward and letting go. How do I find harmony? Sura sits on a woven mat by the river, her gray robes blending with the fog, her eyes fixed on the heron, her face serene as the morning mist. "Observe," she says, her voice soft as the reeds sway. Kyle watches the heron, its stance steady, yet relaxed, unmoved by the river's gentle current. Sura shares a story of a hunter named Riku, who once tracked game along a river like this. His days a struggle between relentless pursuit and moments of doubt, his heart swinging between extremes. Riku chased his prey with force until one dawn he saw a heron poised like this, its balance perfect as it waited for a fish. The heron's stillness taught Riku to hunt with calm focus, neither forcing nor fleeing. And he found harmony in his actions, his heart steady for the first time. Sura hands Kyle a single reed from the riverbank, its tip damp and cool, a piece of the river to hold as they sit. "Balance is neither striving nor stopping," she says. Kyle holds the reed, sitting by the river, his breath slowing as he mirrors the heron's poise, his tension between effort and ease settling into harmony. Sura remains beside him, the fog curling softly, and Kale feels his heart center, his balance restored. That night, he dreams of a heron guiding him through a river's flow, waking with a heart ready to walk his journey with harmony. The Buddha taught, the middle way is the path to liberation, avoiding extremes of indulgence and denial. This Zen principle of balance encourages you to find harmony between effort and ease, like a heron poised in the river's flow, guiding you to sleep soundly and awaken with a centered heart. Some traditions believe balance requires meditative practice to steady the mind, while others see it as a natural alignment with life's rhythm. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The heron's poise, like a balanced heart, rests steady amidst life's currents. Its calm, a guide to eternal peace, like a sunrise softening the horizon, helping you rest deeply and awaken with equilibrium. What does this mean for you? Kyle's tension mirrors your own when you feel torn between extremes, perhaps pushing too hard or giving up, striving for peace or doubting your efforts. Like a hunter caught between chase and retreat, the heron, poised on its rock, is like the middle way. It invites you to find harmony, neither forcing nor fleeing, like a river flowing between its banks, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with balance. Zen teaches that harmony arises when you align effort with ease, like a heron waiting without strain, allowing you to sleep with a steady heart and rise with a centered spirit, as if the river has always held you. Sura's reed, light yet firm, shows that balance begins with a mindful act, breathing, centering, aligning, its dampness a spark of harmony, like a single note grounding a melody. Her misty presence, one with the river's calm, embodies a life of balanced awareness, each moment a poised step, like a reed bending in the breeze. The river's gentle fog, scented with watercress, mirrors your capacity to find equilibrium, each breath a chance to rest in life's flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative balance to find the middle way. Others, the spontaneous harmony of living without extremes. Both paths lead to the same riverbank. Balance whispers, peace, like a heron poised. In dawn's light, as you rest here, let your breath be the heron's poise, steady and calm, centering this moment's quiet. Can you sense a tension between extremes? Perhaps pushing too hard or holding back in doubt. Notice it gently, like fog over the river. What sensations stir? A racing pulse? A heavy heart? Let them settle like reeds in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment you felt unbalanced, as Kale did. What would it feel like to pause, to find harmony like the heron, centered in your breath? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like watercresses scent in the air. Imagine sitting with Sura, the reed in your hand, its dampness grounding you. The heron whispers, balance holds, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to rest in harmony, to awaken with a centered heart tomorrow. As you exhale, feel your heart steady, ready to carry this balance into your dreams. The heron's poised riverbank fades, and now you stand atop a windswept hill at dusk, gazing across a vast plain where soft clouds drift over a sky painted in hues of violet and amber, their shadows gliding over fields of swaying grass below. The air is cool, scented with the earthy tang of grass and the faint promise of evening rain, each breath syncing with the cloud's gentle drift, a quiet hymn to liberation. A lone swallow swoops low, its wings slicing through the twilight, drawing you deeper into this moment's boundless freedom. Your body rests heavily, as if the hill's ancient roots cradle you, each exhale a release into the serene openness of now. Today's date and time is 10:46 p.m. plus 107 on Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. A moment to let go and rest in the timeless flow of this journey. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the river reed from their last, stops still in his cloak, its dampness a reminder of the harmony he's beginning to feel. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, the lotus's clarity, the fire's kindness, the bell's wisdom, the path's patience, the lantern's faith, the loom's unity, the lake's intention, and the heron's balance have centered his heart, but a quiet grief lingers, a clinging to a past loss that weighs on his spirit like a heavy cloak. They ascend this hill, the clouds drifting freely above, their movement a silent teaching in the fading light. Kale watches a cloud dissolve into the dusk, revealing a star, and turns to Sura. I feel balanced, he says, but I still cling to a past sorrow. How do I let it go? Sura sits on a weathered stone, her gray robes fluttering in the breeze, her eyes lost in the cloud's slow journey, her face serene as the twilight settling over the plain. Observe, she says, her voice soft as the wind's sigh. Kyle watches the clouds drift, their shapes shifting without resistance, each one fading to reveal the next star. Sura shares a story of a widow named Hana, who once lived in a village below this hill, her heart heavy with grief over her husband's passing, clinging to memories that kept her bound. Hana climbed this hill one dusk, watching the clouds drift, and saw how they moved without holding on, their freedom whispering to her heart. She realized her love for her husband lived on, but her clinging trapped her, and she let go, her sorrow drifting like the clouds, her spirit light with newfound freedom. Sura hands Kale a small, smooth stone, warm from the day's sun, a piece of the hill to hold as they sit. Release and be free, she says. Kale holds the stone, its warmth grounding him, his grief softening as he watches the clouds drift, his clinging fading like mist in the starlight. Sura sits beside him, the swallow's wings a quiet dance, and Kale feels his heart lighten, his past sorrow releasing into freedom. That night, he dreams of clouds, carrying his grief to the stars, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with a freer spirit. The Buddha taught, let go of the past, let go of the future, let go of the present, and cross over to the farther shore. This Zen principle of non-attachment invites you to release clinging to memories, fears, or desires, finding freedom in life's flow, like a cloud drifting across an open sky. Some traditions believe non-attachment requires meditative practice to untangle desires, while others see it as a natural surrender to life's rhythm. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The cloud's fleeting passage, like a freed heart, reveals peace when you let go, its freedom a guide to eternal calm, like a star unveiled by a passing veil, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a lighter spirit. What does this mean for you? Kale's grief mirrors your own when you cling to what cannot stay, a past sorrow, a lost hope, or a fear of change, like grasping a cloud to keep it still. The drifting clouds, unbound yet beautiful, are like non-attachment. They invite you to release what weighs you, finding freedom in life's open flow, like a river merging with the sea, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with a liberated heart. Zen teaches that clinging binds you to suffering, but letting go frees you to be like a swallow soaring without chains, allowing you to sleep with a lighter heart and rise with an unburdened spirit, as if the sky has always been yours. Sura's sun-warmed stone, solid yet transient, shows that release begins with a single act, acknowledging, then softening, its warmth a spark of freedom, like a breath easing a burdened mind. Her wind-swept presence, one with the hill's calm, embodies a life of liberated trust, each moment a chance to flow, like a cloud across the horizon. The hill's earthy scent, carried on the breeze, mirrors your capacity to let go with grace, each breath a step toward freedom. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative insight to release attachment, others, the spontaneous joy of a free heart. Both paths lead to the same hilltop. Freedom whispers, peace, like clouds drifting to reveal the stars. As you rest here, let your breath be the cloud's drift, soft and unbound, gliding through this moment's quiet. Can you sense something you cling to? Perhaps a sorrow, a fear, or a hope held tightly. Notice it gently, like a cloud crossing the sky. What sensations stir? A heaviness in your chest, a quiet ache? Let them float, like mist dissolving in starlight. You might reflect on something you've held onto, as Kale did. What would it feel like to release it with love, to let it drift like a cloud, freeing your heart? No need to answer. Let the question settle, like the wind's scent in the air. Imagine sitting with Sura, the stone in your hand, its warmth grounding you, The clouds whisper, "Release, you are calm." Each breath is a chance to let go, to rest in life's open flow. As you exhale, feel your heart lighten, ready to carry this freedom into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The hilltops' drifting clouds fade, and now you sit in a sunlit pottery shed where golden beams pour through a bamboo window, illuminating a clay-streaked wheel and shelves lined with earthen vessels. The air is warm, scented with the rich, damp tang of wet clay and the faint sweetness of dried chamomile hanging from the rafters, each breath syncing with the shed's quiet craft, a gentle ode to imperfection. A cracked ceramic bowl rests on the workbench, its jagged lines glinting like veins of gold in the sunlight, a silent testament to life's flawed beauty. Your body rests heavily, as if the clay's earthy weight anchors you. Each exhale, a softening into this moment's tender acceptance. Today's date and time is 10:48 p.m. plus 107 on Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. A moment to embrace the beauty in all things as you rest in this journey. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the sun-warmed stone from the hilltop, still in his cloak, its warmth a reminder of the freedom he's beginning to feel. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, the lotus's clarity, the fire's kindness, the bell's wisdom, the path's patience, the lantern's faith, the loom's unity, the lake's intention, the heron's balance, and the cloud's freedom have lightened his spirit, but a quiet judgment lingers, a harshness toward his own flaws, as if they make him less worthy of peace. They enter this pottery shed, the cracked bowl catching Kale's eye, its imperfection stark, yet strangely beautiful. He turns to Sura, his voice hesitant. "I feel freer," he says, "but I judge my flaws, my doubts, my fears. How do I accept them?" Sura sits by the workbench, her gray robes dusted with clay, her eyes tracing the bowl's jagged lines, her face serene as the sunlight warming the shed. "See," she says, her voice soft as the chamomile scent. Kale looks at the bowl, its cracks shimmering in the light, and Sura shares a story of an artisan named Kumi who once worked in a shed like this, her hands skilled, but her heart critical, seeking perfection in every piece she shaped. Kumi discarded flawed works until one day she dropped a bowl she loved, its surface cracking into jagged lines. Heartbroken, she nearly threw it away, but a friend showed her how to mend it with gold lacquer, the cracks becoming veins of beauty, a new hole she hadn't imagined. Kumi learned to see her flaws as art, her heart accepting imperfection, her spirit light with newfound peace. Sura lifts the cracked bowl, its golden veins radiant, and hands it to Kale, its weight grounding him in the moment. "Your flaws are your beauty," she says. Kyle holds the bowl, its cracks warm in the sunlight, his self-judgment softening like clay in his hands, his heart opening to his own imperfection. Sura sits beside him, the shed's warmth a shared refuge, and Kale feels his heart embrace his flaws, his journey now a work of art. That night, he dreams of a garden where cracked bowls bloom like flowers, waking with a heart ready to accept himself fully. The Buddha taught all conditioned things are subject to decay. Strive on with diligence. This Zen principle, tied to wabi-sabi, celebrates the beauty of imperfection, urging you to embrace flaws as part of life's art, like a cracked bowl mended with gold. Some traditions view imperfection as a reminder to transcend attachment to ideals, while others see it as a joyful acceptance of life's natural state. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The bowl's cracks, like your flaws, are not failures, but a unique beauty. Its mended form, a guide to eternal calm, like a sunrise softening jagged shadows, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a heart that sees beauty in all. What does this mean for you? Kale's self-judgment mirrors your own when you criticize your flaws. Perhaps doubts, fears, or perceived shortcomings. Like an artisan rejecting a flawed creation, the cracked bowl, its golden veins shimmering, is like wabi-sabi. It invites you to see beauty in your imperfections, finding peace in their unique story, like a tree's knots deepening its grain, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with acceptance. Zen teaches that rejecting flaws creates inner conflict, but embracing them weaves you into life's art, like a scar adding depth to your journey, allowing you to sleep with a gentler heart and rise with a lighter spirit, as if your cracks have always been golden. Sura's mended bowl, radiant with flaws, shows that acceptance begins with seeing, breathing, feeling your imperfections as art, its weight a spark of beauty, like a single vein of gold in a broken piece. Her clay-dusted presence, one with the shed's warmth, embodies a life that cherishes the imperfect, each moment a flawed masterpiece, like chamomile drying in the sun. The shed's golden light, scented with clay, mirrors your capacity to love your flaws, each breath a chance to mend with grace. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize detachment from perfection through meditation, others, the spontaneous joy of life's imperfections. Both paths lead to the same shed. Acceptance whispers peace, like a cracked bowl, shining whole. As you rest here, let your breath be the lacquer's flow, gentle and mending, weaving this moment's quiet. Can you sense a flaw you judge? Perhaps a doubt, a fear, or a trait you dislike. Notice it gently, like a crack in the bowl's glaze. What sensations stir? A knot in your stomach, a heavy heart? Let them settle like clay dust in the light. You might reflect on a moment you felt imperfect, as Kale did. What would it feel like to mend it with gold? To see its beauty like a vein in a bowl? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like chamomile's scent in the air. Imagine sitting with Sura, the cracked bowl in your hand, its weight grounding you. The bowl whispers, flaws are beauty, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to embrace your imperfections, to rest in life's tender art. As you exhale, feel your heart open, ready to carry this acceptance into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The pottery shed's warm light fades, and now you stand on a sturdy wooden bridge, spanning a tranquil river. its waters reflecting a twilight sky streaked with hues of indigo and silver. The air is cool, scented with the fresh tang of river mist and the faint sweetness of blooming elderflowers along the banks, each breath syncing with the river's gentle murmur, a quiet song of healing. Willow branches dip low, their leaves brushing the water's surface, a tender reminder of life's mending flow, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene reconciliation. Your body rests heavily, as if the bridge's solid planks cradle you, each exhale a release into the radiant peace of now. Today's date and time is 10:50 p.m. plus or minus 7 on Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. A moment to heal and rest in this journey across the river of understanding. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the cracked bowl from the pottery shed still in his cloak, its golden weight a reminder of the beauty he's found in his flaws, the forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, the lotus's clarity, the fire's kindness, the bell's wisdom, the path's patience, the lantern's faith, the loom's unity, the lake's intention, the heron's balance, the cloud's freedom, and the bull's acceptance have opened his heart to himself, but a quiet wound remains, a resentment toward a rival who once wronged him, a rift that still aches. They reach this wooden bridge, its planks worn by time, a steady span over the river's flow, the twilight casting a soft glow on the water below. Kyle pauses, the memory of his rival's betrayal stirring a familiar pain, and turns to Sura. I accept my flaws, he says, but I still hold a grudge against a rival who betrayed me. How do I heal this wound? Sura steps onto the bridge, her gray robes swaying with the breeze, her staff tapping softly on the wood, her face serene as the twilight settling over the river. Cross with me, she says, her voice steady as the current below. Kyle follows, the bridge creaking gently, and Sura shares a story of a traveler named Soma, who once crossed a bridge like this, his heart heavy with anger toward a rival who had sabotaged his work, costing him his livelihood. Soma planned to confront his rival until he found him stranded on the bridge, his foot caught in a broken plank, his face etched with pain. The river's flow whispered to Soma's heart, and he knelt to free his rival, the act of help mending the rift between them, his anger dissolving like silt in the water, his spirit healed by forgiveness. Sura hands Kale a willow leaf, its softness cool in his palm, a piece of the river to hold as they stand. Heal through forgiveness, she says. Kale holds the leaf, its texture grounding him, his resentment toward his rival softening as he imagines crossing this bridge in his heart, his wound releasing like a river's flow. Sura stands beside him, the elderflower's scent a quiet balm, and Kale feels his heart mend, his journey now a path of healing. That night, he dreams of a bridge spanning old wounds, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with forgiveness. The Buddha taught, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. This Zen principle of forgiveness urges you to release resentment, not for another's sake, but for your own healing, like a coal dropped to cool your hand. Some traditions believe forgiveness requires compassionate meditation to soften the heart, while others see it as a swift choice to let go. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The river's flow, like forgiveness, mends when you release anger. Its current a guide to eternal calm, like a twilight washing away shadows, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a healed heart. What does this mean for you? Kale's resentment mirrors your own when you hold on to old hurts, perhaps a betrayal, a slight, or a wound that lingers, like a coal burning your inner peace. The wooden bridge, steady over the river, is like forgiveness. It invites you to cross over pain, releasing anger to find healing, like a river flowing past jagged stones, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with a lighter spirit. Zen teaches that forgiveness is a gift to yourself, like a willow bending without breaking, allowing you to sleep with a mended heart and rise with a gentler spirit, as if the river has washed away what no longer serves you. Sura's willow leaf, soft yet resilient, shows that forgiveness begins with a single choice: to pause, to soften. Its coolness, a spark of healing, like a ripple spreading across water. Her misty presence, one with the river's rhythm, embodies a life unburdened by grudges, each moment a chance to mend, like a blossom opening in spring. The river's gentle flow, scented with elderflowers, mirrors your capacity to forgive, each breath a step toward healing. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some focus on meditative release of anger, others the spontaneous act of letting go. Both paths lead to the same bridge. Forgiveness whispers peace, like a river carrying you to calm. As you rest here, let your breath be the river's flow, soft and cleansing, washing through this moment's quiet. Can you sense an anger you hold? Perhaps a betrayal, a wound, or a lingering hurt? Notice it gently, like a ripple on the water's surface. What sensations stir? A heat in your chest, a clench in your hands? Let them settle, like leaves on the riverbank. You might reflect on someone who caused you pain, as Kale did. What would it feel like to drop that coal? To cross the bridge with a forgiving thought, like a leaf carried by the current? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like elderflowers scent in the air. Imagine standing with Sura, the willow leaf in your hand, its softness grounding you. The river whispers, "Forgive, you are calm." Each breath is a chance to release, to rest in life's healing flow. As you exhale, feel your heart mend, ready to carry this forgiveness into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The river crossing's gentle flow fades, and now you stand in a windswept meadow at dusk, where a solitary oak tree towers, its gnarled branches reaching into a sky heavy with gathering storm clouds. The first hints of twilight casting long shadows across the grass. The air is charged, scented with the earthy tang of rain-soaked soil and the sharp ozone of an approaching storm, each breath grounding you in the meadow's wild pulse, a quiet anthem of resilience. Thunder rumbles faintly in the distance, a deep echo of nature's power, drawing you deeper into this moment's steadfast calm. Your body rests heavily, as if the oak's deep roots cradle you. Each exhale a release into the enduring peace of now. Today's date and time is 10:51 p.m. plus 107 on Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. A moment to stand strong and rest in this journey through life's storms. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the willow leaf from the river crossing still in his cloak. Its softness, a reminder of the healing forgiveness he's beginning to embrace. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, the lotus's clarity, the fire's kindness, the bell's wisdom, the path's patience, the lantern's faith, the loom's unity, the lake's intention, the heron's balance, the cloud's freedom, the bull's acceptance, and the river's healing have mended his heart. But a quiet vulnerability lingers, a fear of life's challenges that threaten to shake his newfound peace. They reach this meadow, the oak standing firm against the brewing storm, its roots deep and unyielding, a silent testament to strength. Kyle watches the oak's branches sway in the wind, its leaves rustling with a steady resilience, and turns to Sura. "I've healed my wounds," he says, "but I fear life's storms. How do I find strength to endure them?" Sura stands beside the oak, her gray robes billowing in the gusts, her staff resting against the trunk, her face serene as the twilight deepening around them. "Feel its roots," she says, her voice steady as the tree itself. Kale kneels, placing his hand on the oak's gnarled base, its bark rough but solid, a deep strength radiating into his palm. Sura shares a story of a farmer named Jiro, who once tended fields in a meadow like this, his life a cycle of sowing and reaping, his heart often trembling with fear of storms, droughts, floods, and winds that threatened his crops. Jiro sought to control the weather, his efforts frantic, until one evening, a storm uprooted all but an oak like this one. He sat beneath it, feeling its roots hold firm, and realized strength came not from fighting the storm, but from enduring it with deep roots of trust. Jiro planted anew, his heart steady with resilience, his fields thriving through seasons, his spirit unshaken. Sura hands Kale an acorn, its small form heavy with potential, a piece of the oak to hold as they sit, root deep with trust, she says. Kale holds the acorn, planting it beside the oak as the first raindrops fall, his fear of storms fading like clouds parting for starlight, his heart growing strong. Sura stands beside him, the thunder a quiet companion, and Kale feels his heart root deep, his journey now a path of strength. That night, he dreams of fields, enduring storms, waking with a heart ready to face life's challenges with resilience. The Buddha taught, just as a solid rock is not shaken by the storm, even so the wise are not affected by praise or blame. This Zen principle of resilience, virya, urges you to cultivate inner strength, enduring life's challenges with a rooted heart like an oak standing through gales. Some traditions believe resilience requires meditative discipline to steady the mind, while others see it as a natural response when you trust life's flow. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The oak's roots, like a resilient heart, hold firm through storms, its strength a guide to eternal calm, like a meadow weathering seasons, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with an unshaken spirit. What does this mean for you? Kyle's fear of storms mirrors your own when life's challenges loom. Perhaps a fear of failure, a struggle that tests your spirit, or an uncertainty that shakes your peace, like a farmer facing relentless gales. The oak, its roots deep and unyielding, is like virya. It invites you to cultivate strength within, standing firm through life's winds, like a river carving through stone, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with resilience. Zen teaches that strength isn't resistance, but endurance, like an oak bending without breaking, allowing you to sleep with a steady heart and rise with an unshaken spirit, as if the storm has only deepened your roots. Sura's acorn, small yet potent, shows that resilience begins with a single act: breathing, trusting, enduring, its weight a spark of strength, like a single root anchoring a mighty tree. Her wind-swept presence, one with the meadow's rhythm, embodies a life of resilient trust, each challenge a chance to grow, like a branch reaching through gales. The meadow's stormy air, scented with rain, mirrors your capacity to stand strong, each breath a chance to root deep in life's challenges. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative fortitude to face trials. Others, the spontaneous strength of a trusting heart. Both paths lead to the same meadow. Resilience whispers peace, like an oak standing through the storm. As you rest here, let your breath be the oak's roots, deep and steady, grounding this moment's quiet. Can you sense a fear of life's challenges? Perhaps a struggle, a doubt, or a storm that tests your heart. Notice it gently, like thunder rolling afar. What sensations stir? A heavy chest, a racing mind? Let them settle, like rain on the grass. You might reflect on a moment you felt shaken as Kale did. What would it feel like to stand firm, to root deep like the oak, enduring with trust? No need to answer. Let the question drift like the scent of rain in the air. Imagine standing with Sura, the acorn in your hand, its weight grounding you. The oak whispers, strength holds, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to endure, to rest in life's steady roots. As you exhale, feel your heart deepen, ready to carry this strength into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The oak's stormy meadow fades, and now you sit within a small wooden hut at dusk, where a single candle burns softly on a low table, its golden flame casting a warm, flickering glow across the rough-hewn walls. The air is cozy, scented with melted beeswax and the faint earthiness of a woven straw mat, each breath slowing to match the candle's gentle pulse, a quiet lullaby of tranquility. The flame sways softly, its light a tender beacon in the gathering dark, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene peace. Your body rests heavily, as if the hut's humble embrace cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant calm of now. Today's date and time is 10:55 p.m. plus 107 on Tuesday, June 3, 2025. a moment to rest in the glow of serenity as you continue this journey. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the acorn from the meadow, still in his cloak, its weight a reminder of the resilience he's beginning to embrace. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, the lotus's clarity, the fire's kindness, the bell's wisdom, the path's patience, the lantern's faith, the loom's unity, the lake's intention, the heron's balance, the cloud's freedom, the bull's acceptance, the river's healing, and the oak's strength have rooted his heart in endurance, but a quiet restlessness lingers, a fear that life's small frustrations might dim his newfound peace. They enter this hut, the candle already lit, its glow inviting them to rest. Kyle sits by the table, the flame's warmth on his face, and turns to Sura. "I feel stronger," he says, "but I worry life's daily struggles will unsettle me. How do I find lasting serenity?" Sura adjusts the candle, its flame steadying, her gray robes dusted with the journey's earth, her face serene as the dusk settling outside. "Watch," she says, her voice soft as the straw mats weave. Kyle gazes at the candle, its light unwavering despite the breeze slipping through the window's cracks. Sura shares a story of an elder named Aiko, who once lived in a hut like this, her years long, but her heart often troubled by life's small irritations, quarrels with neighbors, the ache of old bones, the fleeting nature of joy. Aiko sought serenity in control, until one evening she sat by a candle like this, its glow steady amidst a draught. The flame's calm taught her to rest within, not fighting life's breezes, but letting them pass. And she found serenity in simply being, her heart light with lasting peace. Sura hands Kale an unlit candle, its wick pristine, a piece of the hut to hold as they sit. "Rest within the light," she says. Kale holds the candle, its smoothness grounding him, his breath slowing as he mirrors the flame's calm, his restlessness fading like shadows in the glow. Sura sits beside him, the hut's warmth a shared refuge, and Kale feels his heart settle, his journey now a path of serenity. That night, he dreams of a candle, lighting a village in harmony, waking with a heart ready to embrace life's breezes with peace. The Buddha taught, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." This Zen principle of inner serenity urges you to find calm within your heart, untouched by life's outer storms, like a candle's steady flame in a breezy room. Some traditions believe serenity requires meditative practice to still the mind, while others see it as a natural state when you release resistance. Sura's lesson to Kael reflects this. The candle's gentle glow, like inner peace, shines regardless of life's breezes, its light a guide to eternal calm, like a star glowing through a stormy night, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a tranquil heart. What does this mean for you? Kale's restlessness mirrors your own when life's small frustrations unsettle your peace. Perhaps daily irritations, physical discomforts, or the fleeting nature of joy, like a draft threatening a fragile flame. The candle's steady glow, soft yet resilient, is like inner serenity, It invites you to rest within, letting outer storms pass without clinging, like a river flowing past fallen leaves, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with calm. Zen teaches that serenity is your true nature, always present when you pause to breathe, like a flame that doesn't fight the breeze, allowing you to sleep with a peaceful heart and rise with a tranquil spirit, as if the light has always been within you. Sura's unlit candle, full of potential, shows that serenity begins with a single choice: to pause, to breathe. Its smoothness a spark of calm, like a single breath soothing a restless mind. Her earthy presence, one with the hut's warmth, embodies a life of inner tranquility. Each moment a steady flame, like a jasmine bloom in winter's chill. The hut's beeswax scent, filling the air, mirrors your capacity to find peace within. Each breath a chance to rest in calm. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to cultivate serenity, others the spontaneous return to your calm center. Both paths lead to the same hut. Serenity whispers peace, like a candle's glow in the dark. As you rest here, let your breath be the candle's light, soft and steady, warming this moment's quiet. Can you sense a frustration, perhaps an irritation, a discomfort, or a fleeting worry? Notice it gently, like a breeze through the window. What sensations stir? A tight chest? A racing mind? Let them pass. Like shadows on the wall, you might reflect on a moment you felt unsettled, as Kale did. What would it feel like to pause, to rest in your inner peace, like a candle's steady flame? No need to answer. Let the question settle, like beeswax's scent in the air. Imagine sitting with Sura, the unlit candle in your hand, its smoothness grounding you. The flame whispers, peace is within. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to rest in serenity, to awaken with a tranquil heart tomorrow. As you exhale, feel your heart settle, ready to carry this peace into your dreams. The candle-lit hut's serene glow fades, and now you walk a narrow trail through a dense forest at twilight, where towering pines cast long shadows, their needle-laden branches whispering in a cool evening breeze. The air is sharp, scented with pine sap and the faint dampness of moss-covered earth, each breath sinking with the soft crunch of needles underfoot. A quiet rhythm of bravery. Fireflies glimmer through the dusk, their golden flickers weaving delicate trails like sparks of inner strength, drawing you deeper into this moment's bold stillness. Your body rests heavily, as if the forest's steady presence cradles you. Each exhale a release into the radiant courage of now. Today's date and time is 10:56 p.m. Plul 107 on Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. A moment to step bravely into the unknown as you continue this journey. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk Sura, the unlit candle from the hut still in his cloak, its smoothness a reminder of the serenity he's beginning to embrace. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, the lotus's clarity, the fire's kindness, the bell's wisdom, the path's patience, the lantern's faith, the loom's unity, the lake's intention, the heron's balance, the cloud's freedom, The bull's acceptance, the river's healing, the oak's strength, and the candle's serenity have steadied his heart with inner peace. But a quiet fear lingers, a hesitation to face the uncertainties ahead with courage, as if the shadows might hold challenges he's not ready for. They follow this trail, the pines looming like silent sentinels, the twilight deepening, and Kale's steps slow, his breath quickening with doubt. I feel serene, he says, but I'm afraid of what lies ahead. How do I find the courage to face it? Sura lights a small lantern, its amber glow piercing the shadows, her gray robes blending with the dusk, her face serene as the fireflies dance. Walk with me, she says, her voice steady as the pine needles whisper. Kyle follows the lantern's light, its warmth easing his unease. And Sura shares a story of a youth named Taro who once walked this forest at twilight, tasked with retrieving a rare herb to save his village elder. His heart heavy with fear of failure, Taro trembled at the shadows until a lantern's glow appeared, held by a monk who walked beside him, the light whispering to his heart. Taro took one step, then another, his fear fading with each stride, and found the herb, his courage blooming like the fireflies around him, his spirit bold with newfound bravery. Sura hands Kale a pine cone, its rough texture grounding him, a piece of the forest to hold. As they walk, courage rises with each step, she says. Kale grips the pine cone, its sharpness steadying him, and takes a step forward, then another, the lantern's glow guiding him, his fear dissolving like shadows in the light. Sura walks beside him. The fireflies dance, a quiet encouragement, and Kale feels his heart grow bold, his journey now a path of courage. That night, he dreams of a trail lit by fireflies, waking with a heart ready to face the journey with bravery. The Buddha taught, fear is born of ignorance. With understanding, fear ceases. This Zen principle of courage urges you to face the unknown with a bold heart, stepping through fear with trust, like a lantern piercing the dark. Some traditions believe courage requires meditative clarity to dissolve fear, while others see it as a natural response to life's unfolding. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The lantern's glow, like inner courage, lights the way when you step forward. Its warmth, a guide to eternal calm, like a star in a shadowed sky, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a brave heart. What does this mean for you? Kyle's hesitation mirrors your own when fear holds you back. Perhaps a fear of failure, an uncertainty about the future, or a challenge that feels daunting, like a traveler pausing at twilight's edge. The forest trail, lit by fireflies, is like courage. It invites you to step through fear, trusting the light within, like a path illuminated step by step, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with bravery. Zen teaches that courage isn't the absence of fear, but the willingness to move through it, like a firefly glowing in the dusk, allowing you to sleep with a bold heart and rise with a fearless spirit, as if the shadows have always held light. Sura's pine cone, rough yet grounding, shows that courage begins with a single act, breathing, stepping forward, its texture a spark of bravery, like a single light in a darkened trail, her lantern-lit presence, one with the forest's rhythm, embodies a life of courageous trust, each step a testament to inner strength. Like a firefly weaving through shadows, the forest's pine-scented dusk, alive with flickers, mirrors your capacity to face fear, each breath a chance to walk with boldness. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative resolve to conquer fear, others the spontaneous courage of a trusting heart. Both paths lead to the same trail. Courage whispers peace, like a lantern guiding you to calm. As you rest here, let your breath be the firefly's glow, soft and brave, illuminating this moment's quiet. Can you sense a fear holding you back? Perhaps a doubt, an uncertainty, or a challenge you hesitate to face? Notice it gently, like a shadow on the trail. What sensations stir? A racing heart? A tense grip? Let them settle, like needles on the forest floor. You might reflect on a moment you felt afraid, as Kale did. What would it feel like to take one brave step, to trust your inner light like a lantern's glow? No need to answer. Let the question drift. Like pine's scent in the air, imagine walking with Sura, the pine cone in your hand, its roughness grounding you. The trail whispers, courage rises, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to move with bravery, to rest in life's guiding light. As you exhale, feel your heart grow bold, ready to carry this courage into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The forest trail's firefly-lit path fades, and now you rest on a smooth ledge atop a starlit peak, where a vast sky stretches above, its countless stars twinkling like a cosmic tapestry reflected in the still valley below. The air is crisp, scented with the faint tang of mountain pine and the subtle freshness of night-blooming jasmine carried on the breeze, each breath syncing with the sky's silent pulse, a timeless melody of unity. A shooting star streaks across the heavens, its fleeting glow a whisper of connection, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant oneness. Your body rests heavily, as if the mountain's ancient embrace cradles you, each exhale a softening into the boundless peace of now. Today's date and time is 10:58 p.m. plus 07 on Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. A moment to feel the unity of all things as you rest in this celestial journey. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, walks beside the Zen monk, Sura, the pine cone from the forest trail still in his cloak, its roughness a reminder of the courage he's beginning to embrace. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, the lotus's clarity, the fire's kindness, the bell's wisdom, the path's patience, the lantern's faith, the loom's unity, the lake's intention, the heron's balance, the cloud's freedom, the bull's acceptance, the river's healing, the oak's strength, the candle's serenity, and the trail's courage have woven his heart into a tapestry of bravery, but a quiet wonder lingers, a longing to understand how all these lessons connect him to the greater whole. They ascend this peak, the stars above a shimmering canopy, their light a silent teaching in the night's embrace. Kyle gazes at the sky, the stars reflecting in his eyes, and turns to Sura, I feel braver, he says, but how do I see my place in all of this? How am I part of the whole? Sura sits on the ledge, her gray robes blending with the shadows, her eyes lost in the starlit expanse, her face serene as the night itself. Look, she says, her voice soft as the jasmine scent. Kyle watches the stars, their light interconnected, each one part of a greater pattern he cannot fully grasp, yet feels deeply. Sura shares a story of a sage named Aiko, who once lived in a cave on a peak like this, her heart yearning to understand the unity of all things. Aiko meditated under the stars each night until one evening a shooting star illuminated her vision, showing her that each star, each life, was woven into a single cosmic dance, her heart no longer separate, but one with all. Aiko found oneness in that moment, her spirit boundless with peace, her life a thread in the universe's tapestry. Sura hands Kaol a small, smooth mountain stone, its surface cool and worn by time, a piece of the peak to hold as they sit. All are one, she says. Kael holds the stone, its coolness grounding him, his sense of separation dissolving as he feels his journey as part of the star's dance, his heart expanding into unity. Sura sits beside him, the shooting stars glow, a quiet companion, and Kyle feels his heart merge with all, his journey now a path of oneness. That night, he dreams of a sky where every star is a life, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey as part of the whole. The Buddha taught, all beings are interconnected. In seeing this, one finds peace. This Zen principle of interconnectedness reveals that every life, every moment, is part of a single, unified whole, like stars woven into a cosmic tapestry, guiding you to sleep soundly and awaken with a heart of unity. Some traditions believe this oneness requires meditative insight to realize, while others see it as a lived truth in every encounter. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The starlit sky, like your life, is not separate, but one with all. Its unity, a guide to eternal calm, like a peak embracing the heavens, helping you rest deeply and awaken with a boundless spirit. What does this mean for you? Kale's wonder mirrors your own when you feel separate from the whole, perhaps a longing to belong, a sense of isolation, or a question about your place in the universe. Like a traveler gazing at distant stars, the starlit peak, its lights interconnected, is like interconnectedness. It invites you to see your life as part of a greater whole, each moment, each being, a thread in the cosmic weave, like a single star in a vast sky, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with a sense of unity. Zen teaches that oneness dissolves separation, like a shooting star, revealing the sky's pattern, allowing you to sleep with a boundless heart and rise with a connected spirit, as if you've always been. Part of the dance, Sura's mountain stone, worn by time, shows that oneness begins with feeling, breathing, sensing your place in the whole, its coolness a spark of unity, like a single star lighting the night. Her shadowy presence, one with the peak's calm, embodies a life of unified awareness, each moment a reflection of the whole, like a jasmine bloom in the mountain air. The peak's starry expanse, scented with pine, mirrors your capacity to feel one with all, each breath a chance to rest in unity. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to see oneness, others, the spontaneous joy of being part of all. Both paths lead to the same peak. Oneness whispers peace, like stars woven into calm. As you rest here, let your breath be the star's glow, soft and boundless, merging with this moment's quiet. Can you sense a feeling of separation? Perhaps a longing to belong, a sense of isolation? Notice it gently, like a star's light in the dark. What sensations stir? A quiet ache, a warm wonder? Let them blend like stars in the sky. You might reflect on a moment you felt apart, as Kale did. What would it feel like to see yourself as one with all, like a star in the cosmic dance? No need to answer. Let the question settle, like jasmine's scent in the air. Imagine sitting with Sura, the mountain stone in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The stars whisper, all is one, you are calm. Each breath is a chance to rest in unity, to awaken with a boundless heart tomorrow. As you exhale, feel your heart expand, ready to carry this oneness into your dreams. The starlit peak's celestial oneness fades, and now you lie on a soft bed of clover in a quiet meadow where the first light of dawn paints the sky in hues of rose and gold, its gentle glow warming the dew-kissed grass around you. The air is fresh, scented with the sweet fragrance of wildflowers and the faint earthiness of waking soil, each breath slowing to match the meadow's tranquil rhythm. A tender lullaby of renewal, a lark's song rises softly, its notes weaving through the morning mist, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant peace. Your body rests heavily, as if the meadow's loving embrace cradles you. Each exhale, a drift toward the serene calm of sleep. Today's date and time is 11 p.m. +107 on Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. A moment to awaken to renewal as you prepare to rest deeply. Kyle, the weary traveler you've journeyed with, sits beside the Zen monk Sura, the mountain stone from the starlit peak still in his cloak, its coolness a reminder of the oneness he's beginning to feel. The forest's lessons, the mist's new beginnings, the pine's stillness, the stream's surrender, the bridge's trust, the lotus's clarity, the fire's kindness, the bell's wisdom, the path's patience, the lantern's faith, the loom's unity, the lake's intention, the heron's balance, the cloud's freedom, the bull's acceptance, the river's healing, the oak's strength, the candle's serenity, the trail's courage, and the peak's oneness have woven his heart into a tapestry of unity, leaving him with a quiet wonder about how to carry this peace into his life beyond the journey. They descend from the peak into this meadow, the dawn breaking with a promise of renewal, the lark's song a gentle invitation to awaken anew. Kale gazes at the sunrise, its light warming his face, and turns to Sura. I feel one with all, he says, but how do I carry this peace into my life each day? Sura lies back on the clover, her gray robes blending with the grass, her eyes lost in the dawn's glow, her face serene as the light spreading across the meadow. "Be as the dawn," she says, her voice soft as the lark's melody. Kyle watches the sunrise, its light touching each blade of grass, each dewdrop, with equal warmth. Sura shares a story of a seeker named Hana who once wandered these lands, her heart seeking a peace that would last beyond her journey's end. Hana found this meadow at dawn, the sunrise whispering to her heart, showing her that each new day was a renewal, a chance to live with the peace she'd found. Through beginnings, stillness, surrender, trust, clarity, kindness, wisdom, patience, faith, unity, intention, balance, freedom, acceptance, healing, strength, serenity, courage, and oneness. Hana carried this peace into each moment, her spirit renewed with every sunrise, her life a dance of calm. Sura hands Kale a clover sprig, its leaves damp with dew, a piece of the meadow to hold as they rest. Renew with each dawn, she says. Kyle lies back, holding the clover, its dampness grounding him, his heart settling as he feels the journey's lessons weave into his life. His spirit renewed with the dawn's light, Sura rests beside him, the lark's song a quiet lullaby, and Kale feels his heart awaken, his journey now a path of daily renewal. That night, he dreams of a meadow where every sunrise brings peace, waking with a heart ready to live each day with calm. The Buddha taught, in the end, only three things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. This Zen principle of mindful renewal invites you to live each day with the peace you found, renewing your heart with each dawn, like a meadow blooming anew. Some traditions believe renewal requires meditative presence to anchor peace, while others see it as a natural state when you embrace life's flow. Sura's lesson to Kale reflects this. The dawn's light, like a renewed heart, brings peace when you live it fully, its glow a guide to eternal calm, like a meadow awakening to the sun, helping you sleep soundly and awaken with a heart full of peace. What does this mean for you? Kale's wonder mirrors your own when you seek to carry peace into your daily life, perhaps wondering how to sustain calm amidst life's challenges, how to live the lessons you've learned. Like a seeker longing for lasting renewal, the meadow's dawn, touching each blade with light, is like mindful renewal. It invites you to awaken each day with the peace you found, letting each sunrise renew your heart, like a clover glistening with dew, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with a calm spirit. Zen teaches that peace isn't a distant goal, but a daily practice, like a lark singing at dawn, allowing you to sleep with a serene heart and rise with a renewed spirit, as if each day is a fresh beginning. Sura's clover sprig, damp with dawn's dew, shows that renewal begins with being, breathing, feeling the light within, its softness a spark of peace, like a single note in a morning song. Her earthy presence, one with the meadows, calm, embodies a life of daily renewal, each sunrise a new awakening, like a wildflower opening to the light. The meadow's dawn song, scented with dew, mirrors your capacity to renew each day, each breath a chance to live with peace. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to renew peace, others the spontaneous joy of each new day. Both paths lead to the same meadow. Renewal whispers peace, like a dawn lighting your heart. As you rest here, let your breath be the dawn's light, soft and warm, rising in this moment's quiet. Can you sense a longing to sustain peace? Perhaps a worry about life's challenges, a desire to hold this calm. Notice it gently, like mist in the meadow. What sensations stir? A quiet ache, a warm hope. Let them drift, like clover in the breeze. You might reflect on how to carry this peace forward as Kale did. What would it feel like to renew each day, to find joy in this breath, like a lark's song at dawn? No need to answer. Let the question dissolve, like dew in the light. As sleep wraps you closer, your breath grows softer. Each inhale a dawn, each exhale a release. Thoughts float by, clouds passing without weight. Let them go. The meadow holds you, its silence a lullaby. Carry this renewal into your dreams, where light shines within and without. End of script. May you find peace and rest.